Huffaluffagus and Neko. The winner goes to the semifinals in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Wow, what a high-powered matchup this is. On the left side, it is Huffaluffagus. He qualified in with a 1.5 million. That is the average of his top 3 games played in a 90-minute qualifying period. He's got an overall PB and an uncapped game of 4.89 million. That's good for 15th on the overall PB list. He's ranked number 17 in the most recent Premier poll, the ranking of Tetris players. Huffaluffagus is a 2-time CTM Masters event winner. That was in September of 2022. And then I believe No Cap November 2023. Was that No Cap? That was No Cap. Which is an event that Huffaluffagus likes, right? A vociferous opponent of all things line cap. 114 here for Huffaluffagus, 94,000 for Neko. Of course, you know, as Huffaluffagus, the runner-up in CTWC 2021, also made the top 4 in 2020, and top 8 in 2022, 2023, top 16 in 2024. So always high finishes from Huff in CTWC. Also won a couple of those WPL tournaments in Columbus. Was second in Boston last year, as well as that WPL. So he's made the finals in that WPL Columbus 3 years in a row, and 4th in the most recent Detroit regional. That is Huffaluffagus. On the right side, it is Neko. 208 for him, 229 for Huffaluffagus. So we get underway in game 1. Neko, 1.4 million qualifier. Out of Russia with a 6.24 million PB. That's good for 13th overall. He was ranked number 6th in the most recent Premier poll. Neko has made the top 16 every single month since he debuted in Masters in October 2024. He won the CT Russia event. I believe that's an online event in 2024. And he was second in that same event the year before. Both of those finals were against another perennial CTM Masters event player, Panic Portal. 280,000 for Neko, 346,000 for Huffaluffagus. This is a best of 5. Players have zeros next to their name right now. The first one with a 3 next to their name will be the winner, and we'll be moving on to those semifinals against Sidnev. Both of these players got 2 round byes, so they got to start in the top 32. Neko defeated Pixel, Andy, and Meme to get here to the top 8. So that is a pretty substantial couple of players there to have to win against to get here. Huffaluffagus defeated Chef O and Cobra to get here to the top 8. Tetris or Huff, 463, 401 for Neko. Tetris Neko, 447. Another one there for Huff, 509. So pretty healthy scores for both of our players, actually. If you're around 500,000 before 100 lines, it's pretty healthy. Okay, there's a skimming a Tetris for Neko, 493. Danny, you are living in the 80s and 90s. It's fun to see. Oh, he's always got his 80s and 90s references ready to go. Tetranexus says Skibbity Tetris. I have no idea why people say that. What do they mean? Why are they say that in the chat? 624 for Hufflepuffus, 562 Neko. So same line count right now. Huff up by about a Tetris and a 2/3. Okay, Huff with a little bit of a misdrop. This is really his first slowdown of the entire game one. So he's getting to work on clearing this away, or maybe he's going to try to set up for something cheeky here. No, he's just going to bring this down. And he is into 19 at 634. That little bit of slowdown is going to cost Huff the lead into transition. Neko transitions in at 657, so very, very good transition paces for both of these players. Double 600Ks. Okay, Neko there sets up a little J dependency and then no other place to put a square, so he has to cover the well. And that is going to slow him back down. So it's really just a matter of, these players trading the lead back and forth, going efficient for a while, one of them getting into a little bit of a slowdown, and then the other one taking the lead. I mean, it's just back and forth. Tetris here for Huff, 765, 763. Neko. Chen is here. Welcome. Oh, Neko setting up the Vits, delayed, fills it in. Needs one more Tetris. He's going to have to take the triple. So any efficiency gained from that Vits probably wiped out by that triple, but at least he had a good place for a bar. And he's getting pieces left and right and getting droughted right now. He's got it covered well. Both of them do. All right, the bar's starting to come in again. And Huff a couple pieces away from bringing this down. Neko's board was starting to get a little bit concerning, but he's cleared away the right side. He's open. A long bar goes down. Tetris for Neko, and they are 700 points apart, 4 lines apart. Okay, same score right now, and they're 31,000 points apart or so. So pretty darn close. Huff into level 25. Tetris down for Neko, 911. And one down for Huff, 886. So really just flip-flopping that score lead back and forth. It was weird. When Neko transitioned into 26, he had only the gray pieces left on the board. And so when everything changed, I was like, wait a minute, did that glitch out? Like, I was worried. But no, it's fine. I just had this weird little instant shock. Max out for Neko on 26. He's now into 27. 989 for Huff on 27. Tetris Huff A60. Neko A93. The A means 1 million points. 1.1 for Neko. I think he had the perfect clear there. Am I wrong? That was weird. All right, Tetris down the middle for Huff. The first one into 29 at B35. Neko is in at B66. Let's see how these players handle it. Huff is clean. Hey, Huff board gets a long bar over B80. Gets a triple down to B89. Neko uncovers the right side, gets a long bar down. Tetris C18. Still flip-flopping that lead back and forth. Neko with the Tetris C28. Huff uncovers. He blocks that well. He's getting pieces over left and right. Neko Tetris C71. All right, Huff takes a triple down that right side to knock this down. Neko's board climbing a bit. Okay, Huff set up for one. Neko still down stacking. Tetris, Huff C74. Neko uncovers the right side. He's built out. Tetris for Neko, D35. Oh, Huff's board. He sort of high centers there. Can't get anything left or right. No good place for that S piece that he can access. That's a top out for Huff in game one, and Neko is good and takes a 1-0 lead. Where's my scores? There they are. Ba-boop, ba-boop. All right, Neko gonna maxi mullen it out here. He's got the 1.4. E means 1.4 million. F means 1.5 million. The next increment will be a rollover. The score is 0. Will be 1.6 if he gets there. There's a Tetris Neko F91. And board breaking down a bit. Can he eke out? Oh, no, I think that triple might have given it to him there. So probably could have gotten that rollover if he put that L in there, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. What counts is the victory in game one. If we beat 2023 Mega Masters prize pool, then we will pay the top 32. How you do it is you use the Matcherino command while you're watching live on Twitch and YouTube. That'll bring up the link. 321 Tetris. Rogue Potato says, I can watch them play 29 all day and not top out. Yeah, it's very easy. And you can watch others do it. All right, so far the same stack. No, the stacks start to differ with that long bar. Okay, 190 here for Huff, 189 for Neko. Huff in a little bit of a situation here, but he's getting it cleared away. Oh, it's starting to rain out. So the winner of this will play Sid Nev. Oh, Neko up, getting very near the top of the board. Has to create a gap on that left side. We'll see what he can do to dig this out, and the answer is nothing. And Huff is okay. Huff is going to overtake him just with that double. So Huff has tied it up, and the bar just didn't come. And then, you know, Neko created that little gap over on that left side that blocked the right well, and then he couldn't just find anything to clear all that away. And really, both players were in a bit of trouble there, although it looks like Huff maybe was going to survive. What is it? Is this drought? I mean, is this drought? Is this drought? Yeah, Huff just trying to get an intentional top out. Don't want to tank your FMS. But you are good, Huffaluffagus. You are good. All right, he's going all the way to 39, guys. He's going all the way to 39. What was once a best of 5 is now a best of 3 and 3-2-1 Tetris. So anyway, yeah, the winner of this will play against Sid Nev. Now that match may not happen like immediately after. It might be more like a little bit of a delay. Scheduling is always weird. We were supposed to get the whole thing done, really, just to, just determine our last 2 players today. But yeah, it's a tough time to do Mega Masters April, and maybe that will figure into how we do it next year. But April is like the end of the school year. There's like exams, there's assignments, there's all this other stuff. So we weren't able to actually end up doing all the top 8 and semis today like we had planned, but it's fine. I can stream 24/7, so I can do it whenever they're ready. By the way, we had another contribution to the prize pool, maybe 2. Let me make sure I get those. We had Cute Pup Jesus with the 20. I think I got that one. And Serial Number with a $5 contribution says, Go Huff. Brings up to $15,045. So thank you, everybody. And if you are watching this live and you're someone who likes to play in Classic Tetris Monthly, we have tournaments going all the way down. It's like turtles all the way down and tournaments all the way down. But if you have not qualified yet, this is the last day. There's a Vitz filled in for Neko. There's no April 31st. So today is the last day to get your qualifier in. 253 for Huff, 250 for Neko. All right, both players, we got a little droughty going on here. And there's the long bar for both 302 Huffaluffagus, 321 Neko. And Huff can't use a couple of bars here for Tetrises, whereas Neko can. So Neko out into a lead. Alicia says, while y'all are here, follow Huff. He's 2 followers away from 1,000 followers. Look at that. Another perfect clear for Neko. A double. $440 for Huff, $438 for Neko. Huff coming out of the violet bracket. Neko coming out of the mint bracket. So around 500K and around 100 lines. Players with good paces. In game 1, they both had 600K transitions, 600K plus. And they're sort of pacing to do that again. Neko with another Vits filled in. Tetris Neko, 577. There's one Huff, 579. Neck and neck. Or neck and Neko. I don't know. That was pretty stupid. that sounds like something they'd say in Pasadena. I don't know if that's worthy of your old pal, Vandweller. All right, 623 for Neko, 605. That was too cheap. Sempro says, not nearly the stupidest thing you have or will say today. Well, you've got a point there, my friend. My best Tetris friend, Zempro. 650 for Neko, 629 for Huffaluffagus. But Huff complicating a little bit. Okay, he's going to uncover. I would love a bar here just to take into 19. Long bar gets in for Huff, 656 transition for him. Neko already up to 703 as he enters level 20. Evesy with the Twitch sub. Thank you, Evesy. Appreciate that. Evesy said, think this makes it my longest ever sub. Thanks for the many great streams. Our old pal, Vandweller. Well, thank you, Evesy. And that was a Prime sub. So those of you out there with Amazon Prime, you get a Twitch Prime gaming subscription, I think, still. Hopefully, still. And consider using it with us. It's use it or lose it, so don't lose it. 837 Neko, 846 Huff. Another banger of a match, at least early on in the level 19 phase. That phase will last till level 29 at 230 lines. The speed will increase again. It will double. And somehow players still able to survive and thrive on level 29. Still crazy. Still not 100% used to it. 907 Neko, 967 Huffaluffagus. Tetris Neko, 937. Tetris Huff, he's got the max out. All right, Neko uncovers a well in column 2. Gets a bar in, and I guess he's going to reestablish there with the square. It was easy, so why not? But prefer not to be stuck in column 2. It's just or column 3, sorry. Column 3 is a good well to be stuck in. Sorry, column 3. A47 for Neko, A80 for Huffaluffagus. Yeah, column 3 is fine. Don't get stuck in column 2, though. 1.1 Huff, he gets a Tetris B51. He's into level 28. So is Neko. 70, or about 90,000 point lead for Huff right now. Neko gets a Tetris. Lines are tied. About 61,000 point lead. And we're into 29. The speed is doubled. Neko having trouble right upon 29 entry. And the board is really a lot higher than he would want it, but he's bringing it down. He opens up that middle, and he's back down to safety. He's at B56. So crisis averted for Neko. C47 for Huffaluffagus. Blue Scooty's grandpa with the tier 1 resub. 15 months. Thank you, Blue Scooty's grandpa. All right, Neko got a CO2. He's He's up to 1.2 million. Huff C65. There's a Tetris. Neko. Huff trying to get this board back down. Trying to get another Tetris. It is very close now. Neko with a very small lead, a couple thousand points. Huff is set back up again, though. Wants a quick bar. And now he's got cleanup to do. It turns that quickly. He's uncovered. Long bar over Tetris Huff. D37. D37 for Neko. Huff takes a triple. Neko down stacking. Now he's up stacking. Getting Tetris ready. Long bar over Tetris for Neko, but he hangs that Z piece over on the left, and that's going to create gaps here. Tetris Huff. E84. E05 Neko. He's set up. He gets one. Dirty. Column 3. Another Tetris Neko. E94. F09 for Huffaluffagus. We're less than a Tetris apart. Just a few lines apart. Both players clean, but Neko's board climbing without a bar. He takes a triple to bring it down. Huff set up again. Long bar over. Tetris Huff. F73. F38 Neko. Neko needs to set up here, but he's just got a whole snarl over that right side. He needs to set up for a Tetris for Huff. He's got the rollover. O29. F98 for Neko. He can't get anything. No, that was not enough. So that snarl on the right side was just enough to keep him burning, so he could not get the one more Tetris that would have clinched in the game. Huff able to get that last Tetris, which did clutch him the game. And so Huff goes up 2-1. Holy moly, what a game. What a game. 3-1 Tetris. All the stars are here. Indeed, Evesy. Speaking of which, welcome to Ogus Han, Josh, Lori, Comte Niark, Hoback YouTube, Blade Man 17, Andrew, oh, that's Andrew Meep, TPZ, John Kennedy, oh my goodness, Jan Zwendelar, Sven, Josh Camo, Ninja XD, Luis. Welcome over on YouTube, Neto JMS. Thanks for hanging out over on YouTube. All the stars are here. Tetris Neko, 94,000. There's one Huff, 96,000. Early in game number 4. All right, who's hanging out on Twitch right now? Chen, Blue Scooty's grandpa, Alicia, 2-0-osh, Cox Danny J, Mino Floof, Adam Verbus, Evesy, RXS, Right Chessmaster. Oh my goodness. Look alive, everyone. Ryan Ambergy's here. Liliana, Magic Chase, Meme of all time, Vlad Maximum, Abby Normal, PS Danu, 164 for Neko, 171 for Huffaluffagus. Serial number Tetris Nexus, Mr. BS Dragon, Katie Bug, Barrett, Hana, Unskilled, Trabus, Akatu. Lakuki is here. All the stars are here. Well, welcome, Lakuki. Ao Pidgeotto is here too. All the stars are here. Tetris for Neko, 220, 265 for Huffaluffagus. Thanks for the tier 1 sub, Abby Normal, 53 months. Appreciate that. If you're not subbed to the channel, think about it. You know, it supports the channel. It's nice thing to do. You get bear emotes. They're very good, expressive emotes you can use all around Twitch. And people will know what they mean because they're very clear and fun. 337 for Huffaluffagus, 313 for Neko. What's the sub month's record? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I guess you're going to follow age and find out. But Abby Normal, I mean, 53 months, it's pretty close to it. Maybe Kingsman. He's probably been sub since the beginning, probably. $359 Neko. $363 Huffaluffagus. Thanks, Abby Normal. Appreciate it. Real Bland is here. All the stars are here. Man, that just lives in my head. 429 Neko, 431 Huffaluffagus. I mean, the Chris Hansen bear alone is worth it. Oh, Mino Floof, you're very sweet. Oh, Vandweller is here. Oh, my God. Get that guy out of here. He's ruining Tetris. 500,000 for Huff at 102. 476 for Neko. All right, Tetris, Neko. So 2 lines apart, 1 Tetris or so apart. Tetris is on 18, worth 22,800. Tetris Huff, 570. And both players gunning for another 600K transition. Neko would need to get 3 Tetrises to make it happen. There's 1 Huff, 596. So not going to be quite enough for Neko to get that 600K, but 598 is pretty darn good. There's a skim into 19 for Huff at 620. Tetris is now worth 24,000. They will go up 1,200 points every color change. Tetris for Huff, 673, 629 for Neko. Tetris Neko, 664, 704 Huffaluffagus. There's a Tetris 1 row off the bottom. Huff, level 21 now. Huff up by about 65, 66,000. He gets a Tetris, though, 758. Oh, that T placement in the middle. That's going to cause a big hole in the middle of the stack that he's got to uncover. Needs something for that left side. And okay, finally gets a properly oriented piece over that left. Still, that big chasm in the middle, that is persisting, and Neko now in a position potentially to take the lead while Huff is still digging this out. This is starting to fester on Huff's board, and Neko getting droughted. Well, they're both getting the same drought, really. A couple of long bars, though, in a row. That's going to help Huff dig out. He's still got a lead. About 15,000. Neko, though, gets a Tetris and overtakes him. Huff's still not Tetris ready. Okay, Neko has to chuck an S piece into the middle of the board, so that's going to slow him down a bit. Dirty Tetris for Huff, 827. See if he's going to set up again. Yes, and he gets an immediate long bar and a fairly efficient transfer of that well over to the right side. After he gets that other one. 860 for Huff, 884 for Neko. So Neko now in the lead. Tetris Neko 922, 867 Huffaluffagus. Tetris Neko 996. He's ahead by 6 lines. Tetris Huff 943. There's another one, Huff 978. Neko with the max outie. Tetris is into 29 at A36. Huff is in at A15. That is 1 million points. Okay, Neko, the middle is... Oh, this is going to be a problem for Neko. How is he going to get anything in there? No, that is a top out for Neko, but Huff is topping out at the same time. And that means we are going to a decider. Neko is just barely ahead enough. They both topped out at the same time. And Neko with about less than a Tetris lead. That means we're going to a decider. So kind of a missed opportunity for both for Huff. Let's go. Huff and Neko, 3-2-1 Tetris. I think the first 6 pieces spelled oil. All right. I don't know why that's interesting, but that's funny. We are underway. It is game 5 in a best of 5. Game 4 was, really foreshortened there. I mean, 2 kind of relatively early top outs, with Neko being just barely ahead. Yeah, this is really a huge game. The winner of this one single game will face Sidnev in the semifinals. Just casually just facing Sidnev. I mean, really every player remaining is a top level scary player, but it's like it never gets easier. It's like, oh, you win a match, phew, I got through it. Oh, now I got to face Dog. Now I got to face Sidnev. Now I got to it's just unrelenting. $117 Neko, $137 Huff. Neko gets a Tetris. All right, Tetris Neko 166. And another one 190. There's one Huff 186. They're tied in lines at 19,000 points apart. Tacky has gifted a sub to Ava's Live, or at least this is the it's a gift subscription from Tacky from Ava's Live. So thank you, Tacky. And Ava's Live, I guess, just being for the recipients of the gift sub. All right, couple of bars for both and a couple of Tetrises for both. 260 for Huffaluffagus, 239 for Neko. Tetris Huff 305. There's one Neko 285. Oh, a little bit of an overshift for Neko will cause a gap in row 3, column 2. That's going to slow him down a little. That's flat on that right side, and then kind of that, that very interesting, like S on S action on that right side. I'm going to have to remember that one. Tetris Neko 312, 355 for Huffaluffagus. What time does Scooty play today? At 5 against Fractal. Huff's board, big square tower like on the left side. It's going to bring this down. 405. Good adjust for Huff with that Z and that S in the middle of the board. Thanks to Nestris.org, I'm starting to like see those and actually do those in a game, which is crazy. Or at least be able to react to them in time to do them. Sometimes I'll see them, but it's like, oh, I could have done that, but it's too late. 497 Hufflepuffus, 451 for Neko. It's pretty, you know, if you're not playing Nestris.org or doing puzzles and playing on there, you're missing out. I feel like I'm getting more consistent. Now, maybe I'm getting more consistently bad, but I just, I don't know. I can feel myself improving. And my prediction is there will be people that go from just kind of, you're used to, you know, there being just kind of work a day, whatever, Tetris players, you know, like decent, okay, you know, whatever. And they will ascend as a result. Like this, that Nestris.org will be what some small handful of players will need to get over the hump. That is my prediction. 590 for Huff, 545 for Neko. Will it be thanks to Nestris.org that you eventually max out? I mean, it'll help. I mean, I'll be the one that will have maxed out. It'll, you know, be thanks to me. But, you know, that's a great tool to help a person do that. Tetris Huff 639, 615 for Neko. So more 600K transition for the, for these players. We're on level 20 now. 653 for Neko, 674 for Hufflepuffus. Yeah, the Scooty Fractal match is at 5 p.m. Central. Which should be what, 2022 UTC? Okay, 736 Neko, 761 Huff, long bar over Tetris for both. Tetris Huff 847, 802 for Neko. Longbar gets in for a triple, and he's got holes in multiple rows and columns. And he's setting up for a dirty. He's waiting out this bar. Bar comes in, he gets it. 861, 909 for Huff. Neko is set up. Column 9, one row off, gets it. 903, 921 for Hufflepuffus. There's a Tetris Huff 955.
What is the future of the human race?
Huff's got the max out and more. He's at A39 now. A73 is on level 28. 957 Neko. Tetris Neko 991. A skimming of Tetris there for Huff. B09. Max out for Neko into 28. All right, Huff going to take a burn into 29. Oh, that left side for Huff is a problem. He gets a bar over. So not out of the woods yet. This is going to be really tough for Huff. B23 top out. The target for Neko is B24. He's got a low, clean, flat board. B24 is the target. The board started to climb a little bit, I think, as he started to realize. But now he's just a couple lines away. There's one. There is a double, and that's going to do it. Neko is going to the semifinals. And so Huff, with just an awkward transition into 29, it started to fester. And that is going to allow Neko to get to the semifinals. So it will be Neko versus Sidnev. And correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm not mistaken, by the way, GG's Huff to you. I mean, amazing game, amazing run in this tournament. I mean, always a real pleasure. GG's to you. Neko, you will be moving on. I don't know if Sidnev is live. We'll find it. But here's the thing, guys. For the first time ever, we will have a non-U.S. American in the finals of Mega Masters. It will either be Neko or Sidnev. As you can see right there in that column, it says Mega Masters winners. Fractal, Dog, Alex T, Tommy, Fractal, Gerald. So the first time we will have one, at least, non-U.S. American. Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.